It's summertime, and are you ready for a backyard makeover? Think your yard is too small or boring to make an outdoor oasis? Think again. I'm about to show you how to transform any outdoor space, no matter the size, into your favorite part of the house. I'm Blake, and welcome back to Built by Becker, where we take the guesswork out of home design with real, practical ideas you can actually use. And let me tell you, after helping hundreds of people turn their sad patios and forgotten backyards into spaces that actually work and they want to spend time in, I've learned that size doesn't matter nearly as much as we think it does. I'm going to give you smart ways to upgrade your outdoor space with tips that work whether you got a tiny patio or a huge backyard. Stick around to the end for my favorite budget-friendly trick that most people overlook. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's turn your outdoor space into something special. So let's start with the absolute foundation of any good outdoor space: seating that actually works for your space and your lifestyle. First thing you need to figure out is how you're actually going to use this space. Are you looking for a quiet spot to drink morning coffee, or a place to entertain friends, or maybe somewhere the kids can just hang out? The way you answer that question completely changes what kind of seating you need. If you're working with a tiny balcony or a small patio, you might think you can only fit one chair and call it a day. But here's where you're thinking too small. A love seat and a small side table can actually make a tiny space feel more intentional than just plunking down a single chair. Or try a small bistro set, 2 chairs and tiny table that can hold drinks and snacks. For bigger spaces, you got more flexibility, but that also means more opportunities to mess it up. I've seen people put huge sectionals in their backyard and wonder why it feels like a mess instead of cozy outdoor room. The trick is creating different zones within your space, not just filling it with the biggest furniture you can find. So here's the layout trick that works almost in any space. Create an L shape with your seating. Maybe it's a love seat with a chair at the right angle. Maybe it's a small sectional with an ottoman, but the L shape creates intimacy and makes conversation flow naturally. And it gives you the flexibility for different size groups. Also, your seating arrangement should work with your space's natural flow. If you've got a great view, orient your seating toward it. If you've got an ugly view, create a conversation area that faces inward. Work with what you got, not against it. Now, once you've got your seating figured out, you need to define the space. This is where outdoor rugs and hardscaping come in. And this is where you can really transform how your space feels. An outdoor rug underneath your seating instantly makes it feel like a room instead of just some furniture sitting outside on the concrete. Consider doing a simple flagstone patio. You don't need to hire a contractor. You can lay flagstone right on the sand and gravel, and it'll look like you spent way more money than you actually did. Even a small flagstone area can completely change the vibe of your space. Next, we need to create some atmosphere there. And for that, we're gonna just use light. Yeah, light. I've said it 100 times on this channel. Outdoor lighting isn't just about being able to see when it gets dark. It's about creating an atmosphere, extending your usable hours, and making your space feel special. String lights are your best friend, but please don't just string them randomly around your space and call it a day. Think about framing your space with lights. Maybe you just string them along a fence line. Maybe you hang them overhead between trees or posts, but they should feel intentional, not like you're decorating for a college dorm room. If you got a dining area, pendant lights or lanterns over the table create this amazing intimate glow. And here's a pro tip. Put them on a dimmer or use bulbs that can be adjusted. You want bright enough to eat, but soft enough to feel romantic. Solar lights along pathways or around the perimeter of your space add both function and ambience. They're super easy to install, they don't require any electrical work, and they're automatically turned on when it gets dark. Make sure you buy decent ones. The cheap solar lights look, well, cheap, and they don't last. Next, you could do some uplighting. A few small spotlights aimed up at the trees or architectural features can make your space feel like a professional landscape design. You can get battery-powered LED spotlights that last for hours and transform your space after dark. Think of it as using lights as decor. Now let's talk about the warmth. There's nothing worse than creating a beautiful outdoor space that you can only use 3 months out of the year. The good news is adding warmth to your outdoor space is easier and more affordable than you think. And trust me, a portable fire pit, probably the best investment you can make for your outdoor space. It provides warmth, it creates natural gathering spot, and there's something about fire that just brings people to want to hang out and talk. You can get a decent portable fire pit for under $200. and it'll extend your outdoor season by months. If you've got a covered patio or a pergola, a mounted patio heater can be fantastic. These things put out serious heat and keep decent sized area comfortable even when it's pretty chilly. Just make sure it's one that's rated for your space's size and follow all of the safety guidelines. If you want to add some cozy vibes without breaking the bank, try tabletop fire feature. They're not huge heating sources, but they create such a nice atmosphere. Plus, they're way cheaper than installing a full-on fire pit. And the best part, you can move them around depending on where you're hanging out. And if your space is on the smaller side, even a compact tabletop heater can make a big difference. And here's a little thing most people forget. Sometimes it's not even the cold, it's the wind. Adding a privacy screen or a small, tall plant can block the breeze and make everything feel warmer without cranking up the heat. So I've been living with this basic ceiling fan for way too long. And finally, I decided to upgrade. I had no idea that ceiling fans could do this. This is the Lumary Smart Ceiling Fan. I'm a contractor, but this was really easy. So I pressed the button and the lights explode into rainbow colors, cycling through different hues.
All right, the Lumary Fan is installed, and my employee's daughter is gonna be so happy. You know why? Because she can turn the fan on with Alexa. Hey Alexa, turn that fan on.
Whoa! And look, here's my phone connected to the app so I can control everything here. And for less than 160 bucks. The link's in my bio. If you want to upgrade your space like I did, check it out. Now it's time for furniture and materials. This is where people either waste a ton of money or create problems for themselves down the line. Outdoor furniture has to deal with weather, UV rays, moisture, and temperature swings that indoor furniture never sees. The biggest mistake I see people make is buying cheap outdoor furniture and thinking that it's gonna fall apart anyways. Wrong approach. Cheap outdoor furniture falls apart fast, looks terrible while it's falling apart, and you end up spending more money replacing it if you would have just bought the decent stuff to begin with. But here's the thing, you don't have to spend a fortune to get furniture that'll last. Look for materials that are actually designed for outdoor use. Teak is the gold standard for outdoor wood furniture, but it's expensive. Aluminum frames with weather-resistant cushions are a good middle ground. Resin wicker can look great and hold up well if you get a decent quality. And here's a money-saving tip. You don't have to furnish your entire space with matching brand new furniture. Mix in some secondhand finds, especially for larger pieces like dining tables or storage pieces. A weathered teak table from Marketplace might need some refinishing, but it'll have character that new furniture can't match. For cushions and fabric, look for solution-dyed acrylic fabrics. They are specifically designed for outdoor use. They resist fading and mildew, and they actually get better with age. And here's a tip that'll save you money. Light colored cushions fade less in the sun than dark ones. Counterintuitive, but true. So, you've got your outdoor space set up, maybe a table, some chairs, you're technically done, right? Not really. This is where it actually gets fun. Now's your chance to make the space feel like you. One of the easiest ways, rugs. I know, sounds basic, but hear me out. The moment you put down an outdoor rug, suddenly everything feels intentional. Like instead of random chairs floating on a patio, it's a cozy little living room outside. Plus, they're soft underfoot, which is honestly underrated. Just please don't grab an indoor one and hope for the best. They fall apart by the next weekend. Trust me. And the same thing goes for pillows. I don't know why we all forget about this, but swapping out some bright, comfy cushions can completely change the vibe, and you don't have to break the bank. Honestly, you can change them every season, or whenever you get bored. Just make sure they're meant for outdoors, unless you want something looking like a sad, faded pancake. Now, let's talk about plants. This is where people either go all in or freak out. And I get it. Not everyone's got a green thumb, but you really don't need one. There are so many plants that basically live off vibes and occasional water. The trick is figuring out your space first. Like, does it get a ton of sun? Are you the type to water once a week or once a month? Do you want stuff that blooms? Or are you good with greenery? Figure that out and picking plants becomes way less overwhelming. And speaking of money, this might surprise you, but water features, you don't need to spend a fortune or build a pond. A tiny tabletop fountain can totally change the feel of your space. That soft water sound, chef's kiss. Plus, it helps cover up traffic noise or that one neighbor who's always mowing the lawn. And if you're even a little bit crafty, you can make your own with a pot and a pump and some stones. Seriously easier than it sounds. But here's the part I wish more people thought about. Using your vertical space. We always focus on what goes on the ground. But walls, fences, and even a boring corner, that's free real estate. Hanging some plants, throw up a little trellis, add a shelf, maybe some lights, and it suddenly feels like you designed the space, not just filled it. And yeah, if you've got a fence, use it. Hang stuff on it, Wrap lights around it and don't just leave it there looking all plain. And if you don't have one, grab a cute privacy screen, even a simple room divider. It makes a world of difference when you want your space to feel a little bit more cozy. And hey, pergolas, arbors, I know they sound intense, like something you need a whole crew for, but there are simple ones out there you can basically pop together in a weekend. And once they're up, you've got instant shade, a place to hang your lights or plants, and honestly, your space feels finished. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's just layering little things that bring your whole space together. And whether you got a big yard, a tiny balcony, or something in between, these tips will help you turn any space into your own backyard retreat. Now, it's your turn. Which other area of your house should we remodel next? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more design tips from Built by Becker. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.